पंजाब हुकूमत की जानिब से हेल्थ रोड शो का इनेकाद किया गया है। आइए आपको बराह रास्त लिए चलते हैं।
I am extremely obliged to all of you for taking time to participate in this very important healthcare roadshow, which has been organized, to be very honest, in a great hurry. And within no time, High Commissioner Ibn Hassan and his team really geared up, and our team in Punjab rose up to the challenge. And here we are, a wonderful gathering, galaxy of experts from all walks of life. I am very grateful. Thank you very much for your time, and we are deeply obliged. Today, what should have been presented here, I will not repeat that, because that will be wasting your very valuable time. I will come straight to the point, and then after this we'll have a very lively and live Q&A, so that certain points are clarified, certain clarifications are answered to your satisfaction and to the best of our possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, I had my tryst with destiny back in 2003 when I was in exile. I was struck by a very rare cancer known by the name of adenocarcinoid. You would know better than me. And that's how it was a very close brush with death. And luckily I survived by the grace of God. And that's how I came to know what is life all about. And the country, the great country, Pakistan, I come from, healthcare services in my country have a different category mechanism. The high and mighty and the rich, including myself, can have best healthcare service availability within the country and outside the country. And teeming millions, be they from my province or other provinces of Pakistan, have to struggle to have access to quality healthcare service with speed and, of course, with agility. And that problem is one of those challenges we still face in Pakistan, and it scares us all the time, day in and day out. For without proper healthcare service available to any society, without any kind of differentiation, that society can never move forward and become a healthy, dignified society in the community of nations. And that is an article of faith, not only with me, but with my team, and of course, the entire government. Easier said than done. I am generally known as somebody who believes in brick and mortar, infrastructure, metro buses, highways, underpasses, roads, and so on and so forth. But today you have seen for yourself And I'm not speaking for myself, I'm speaking for my team, my government. They're the one who have made all this happen today, what you've seen on the screen, through working through the nights and burning your midnight oil, untiring efforts. I can say today, by the grace of God, standing in front of you, without any fear of contradiction, that Punjab in Pakistan, Alhamdulillah, is now marching in the right direction. We have huge challenges, no doubt, and you have seen all this today in 4 or 5 different presentations. But we have been able to overcome some of them, and with some we are still struggling against. And there we need your support. And I'm not talking about free lunches. Well, if somebody wants to have philanthropy, he's most welcome, or she's most welcome. But if this has to be a business model, here we are. You have to understand these business models very well functioning in Pakistan. I understand that you will have difficulty in terms of how this will operate in our country, although I see here British friends, I see here British Pakistanis, I see here Pakistanis, and our historical bonds between the two countries go over hundreds of years. So I think, and I'm pretty sure that you understand Pakistan very well and we understand Britain very well. And it's a very good friendship. We have very good terms with each other. We have very reliable, trustworthy relationship, and we can really leverage that in healthcare sector. I'm very grateful to DFID. I'm very grateful to British government for providing huge support in education sector in Punjab. Of course, all over Pakistan, but since I represent Punjab at the moment, I would talk of my province. And of course, in health sector as well. And together with DFID, we have achieved huge success stories. Coming back to the point, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to be very straight and honest this evening. No question about the fact that these are huge success stories. But should I tell you that year before last, when we procured medicines for public sector, I mean government sector hospitals, Ali Jan would bear me out, drug testing labs in Punjab approved 99.9% of the samples of those drugs produced by our companies in Pakistan. And I sent those samples to British lab, what's it called, LGS? LGC. I think our friends must be sitting here. Are they here? Yes, they're there. And after very careful understanding and mechanism, they still rejected 33% of those samples. Our labs approved 99.9%, and this British lab rejected at least 33% of those samples. That was the story going around, not only in Punjab, but entire Pakistan. And today, if I say, with a sense of achievement in front of you, that in Punjab our drug testing labs have been completely reformed. They've gone through a paradigm change, shift, of course through our great support from our friends here in UK. And today I can say that our drug testing lab are worthy of reliability. You can trust them. But I did not leave things there. Here is the story, that this year's procurement, which is huge, $60 million, am I right? $60 million worth procurement of medicines. We pre-qualified manufacturing companies through a very transparent and professional process, and then awarded those contracts to them, received those medicines, they are being tested by our labs, which are totally now reformed, and sent samples to at least 4 or 5 international labs at the cost and risk of manufacturers. And this will be, I think, an acid test. And I know, Alhamdulillah, we are going to be victorious this time. Similarly, critical equipment in hospitals bought through hard-earned money in foreign exchange, through the sweat of the common man of Pakistan, like CT machines, MRIs, and other machines, they were rendered out of operation for well-known reasons. And somebody in the hospital who, in collaboration with his investor, would run a similar operation outside the 4 walls of the hospital, minting money, running 24 hours, and this machine bought for millions of dollars, not millions of dollars, hundreds and thousands of dollars or million of dollars, would be out of operation. Look at this kind of treachery we faced and we're still facing. So what did we do? Here we are. These CT scans are now being procured through a public-private partnership. This international company is providing 30 CT scans to be installed in various hospitals of Punjab in various districts at their responsibility. They will be housed in the hospital, yet it will not be property of the hospital. We will pay for each and every scan which will be prescribed by the hospital management. That will be their only responsibility. Rest will be the responsibility of that company. They will run 24 hours. So poor people will not have to come from far-flung areas of Punjab to Multan, to Sargodha, to Lahore, to Rawalpindi. Now they will be served with these operational machines in their areas and not with those machines which are at a grinding halt. Similarly, ladies and gentlemen, we are facing huge deficit in janitorial services. And some of you might think that why is the Chief Minister worried about cleanliness? I am worried about cleanliness as much you are worried about cleanliness, especially in hospitals, their toilets, bathrooms, OPD, surgeries, indoor services, outdoor patient services, etc. If those hospitals are not clean, if those laboratories are not clean, you are only promoting further diseases. And it is, I think, self-defeating exercise. For the first time in Pakistan's history, we have now launched probably 15 janitorial services in 15 hospitals. Now, this is going to be a very difficult, teething session because we don't have the concept of organized, established, professional janitorial services companies. I mean, what we had so far observed in 70 years history is that you hire, cleaners or sweepers, and you pay them, but they don't work. And laboratories are dirty, full of filth and muck, and flying diseases all over. So what we have done is that we said those sweepers will sip coffee or tea, We'll give them salaries because we can't afford them to get them out of their jobs. They're poor people. They will get the salary, but they won't work. And we'll have these services at extra cost to provide what the needy patient wants, and he must get from the state, from the government of the day. But this is at a very, very preliminary phase. We don't know the outcomes. We'll have to wait for the third-party certification or validation. Now again, third-party validation concept is not available in Pakistan, especially in healthcare. So it's a problem after problem. Now, when I look for third-party validation and I ask my teams, we don't have this capacity over there. So we need capacity building. And that is what we call public-private partnership. We'll pay you. I mean, British hospitals all over in England, in Scotland, in Wales, you have huge experience. And if you don't have collaboration with the company, come to Pakistan, we will pay you handsomely and do the service, and the mankind and suffering humanity will pray for you. That's how we want the system now to move forward. And then, of course, many of the things, look at these, this toxic hospital waste. Believe me, I'm not speaking for myself, I'm speaking for my team, that the challenges we face and the vested interest who tries to put up challenge and resistance at every step. Hospital waste, can you believe, can you beat it? And this is not probably in my province, it must be the case in other provinces as well, that for many years, machines were there, but nobody was operating them. And there came a day that it was out of operation. It became junk scrap. Now, I am so grateful to my team members, Ali Jan and Najam Shah, the ministers, and Chairman P&D, Finance, all put together. And I would like to talk to you about finance also for a minute. All put together, now they have imported machines, and companies have been hired, and this toxic waste will be collected, burnt, and hospitals will be free of this very, very serious challenge which emanates out of this toxic waste. But then it has happened after decades. And I just said about finance. I want to tell you very frankly, and I think LGC would bear me out because they are one of our partners in Punjab, doing these drug testing labs, totally reformed. We are a poor country, and for a variety of reasons, we remain poor. Unfortunately, I'm not going to discuss those issues at the moment because they belong to a different realm. Of course, very important, but I'll stick to healthcare. I just want to tell you, with fullest confidence at my domain, at my responsibility, I'm telling you that there's no dearth of finance in Punjab. For us, for meeting the needs of the suffering humanity, to serve their cause, and to provide them with proper healthcare, medicine, and whatever goes into that, money is not a problem. We have not asked for any loans from this LGC, and there's a blank check available with us for healthcare and education in Punjab. And I swear to God, I am a very satisfied person when I say that. It's all about how you govern, how you deal with such challenges in a transparent and professional fashion. For in the past, I know from my personal experience, even for a batch of medicines, we would say, oh, let's have loan from World Bank. Let's have a grant from such and such company. For the last 9 years, ever since I am the servant of the province of Punjab, no such thing, no such discussion. And Nobody has died in Punjab for want of funds. Yes, they have suffered because of lack of transparency, which is now improving. They have suffered because lack of expertise, which we are trying to improve. They have suffered because lack of that mechanism. That is why we are standing in front of you this evening. That please come forward. Sky is the limit. This biomedical workshops, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important point I want to raise with you, that over the period of time, I would say, let's say a few decades, equipment worth billions of rupees or hundreds of millions of dollars must have gone junk out of operation because we didn't have proper biomedical workshops in Pakistan. Even for a small little component of a machine, we would have to send abroad or invite the expert or the mechanic to come and put it into operation. And here is where you come across these huge levels of resistance that for the last few years I've been after biomedical workshops. Finally, this great team is now converting this into reality. So please come forward, install your mobile biomedical workshops, stationary workshops, of course, according to the requirement or need-based assessment, and then do things correctly, make money, and ensure our machines are operation around the clock. Similarly, many other such huge issues. Again, I would especially like to now address my great British, Pakistani physicians, doctors, experts, that please, you have, mashallah, established your credentials outside Pakistan, to your hard work, to your innovation, to your research, to your wonderful operations. You're great messiahs, no question about it. You're great ambassadors of Pakistan, no question about it. But the country needs you today. Pakistan hearkens for you, as Usaf said. And of course, I'm not just trying to inspire you that you should dust off our national anthem and revive the spirit of Pakistan coming into being in 1947. Of course, those spirits are very important. That kind of inspiration is very important, no question about it. But it has to be coupled with your needs of the day to have a decent living. So that's what we are offering you in terms of combination of all these factors, that we will offer you decent living, decent salary, pay package, decent housing, and other basic needs of life. Please come and pay back to Pakistan. Pakistan today made you surgeons, physicians, technicians, and in Great Britain, in North America, in Middle East, you are respected like the most respected members of a society, and you have earned your name, and you've also earned good money, and good luck to you through your hard efforts. That's your right. But today Pakistan is looking towards you. So what we are saying is that we need surgeons, we need physicians, we need technicians in Pakistan. Our pay package is very flexible. And especially the new hospitals, the new model is a game changer. Tayyib Erdogan Hospital, which is in Muzaffargarh, south of Punjab, the first 60-bed hospital was built by the Turkish government during floods of 2010. But now, this was expanded to 120 beds in the first phase, and now the second phase of 250 beds is being completed entirely by our own money, scarce resources. And next year, it will go up to 500 beds, again from our own pocket, and we're very proud of it. PKLI Pakistan Kidney and Liver Institute has a bill of $190 million. The first liver center in Pakistan and the first kidney center of highest standing, inshallah, through, I think, expert advice of Dr. Saeed Akhtar. He is going to manage it. And the entire funding is provided by the government of Punjab. So this is a great combination, great model, that it will be entirely a different team. Pakistanis coming from North America, from UK, from Middle East, they will be offered wonderful pay package and wonderful basic needs of life. And this hospital will be a state-of-the-art hospital. There will be no hartal, no protest, nothing, and no YDA. That's the model we want to really emulate. We really want to move forward. And that's why you are needed back home, because you have been given huge exposure here. And nobody can be more experienced than your experienced hands to come back and serve the suffering of humanity in Pakistan and in Punjab. I will not take more time, but I'll say that when I was operated in New York in Sloan Kettering Hospital in 2003, I had to pay a few million rupees as my hospital bill. Luckily, I could afford it. But then I thought, how many people in Pakistan or in Punjab can afford this kind of, bill? Let alone Sloan Kettering in Pakistan, where at that point in time such facilities were not available. And that obviously changed my worldview, created a kind of a different spirit in me, humility and softness for the poor people. They are as hardworking as any studious investor in Pakistan, any bureaucrat, judge, general, minister, politician, doctor, engineer, teacher. But it is so difficult for them to meet their two ends together, let alone, make arrangement for a dying daughter or a father, the only bread earner. Once he's gone from this world, there's total darkness in their household, and they have nobody to approach, let alone get jobs and remain steadfast. That was, and I want to tell you that one day Dr. Murray Brennan, who was the head of the abdominal surgeries in New York, Sloan Kettering, he came one fine morning. He used to come at 7 in the morning. And he said, Mr. Sharif, I have a good news for you. I was passing through some very difficult time. As they said, I had developed what they call ileus of the abdomen, of the intestine. It stopped functioning, and they put tubes here and all. It was a very difficult phase. He said, Mr. Sharif, I have some good news for you. I said, what is that, Dr. Brennan? He said, all your lymph nodes are negative. Well, I could understand what he really meant. My eldest daughter, Aisha, was sitting just in front of the sofa. He said, Dr. Brennan, what is this? He said, that means that hopefully you won't have to trade for a new father. And my daughter really, got really scared. What do you mean? And then he realized, Dr. Brennan, that she comes from Pakistan. They have their own, sort of values and culture. He said, I mean, the horses haven't left the gate so far. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying is that this was the kind of experience I went through. And in one way or the other, all of us somewhere, at some point in life, go through. I think it's high time that we put our act together. I think time and tide wait for none. I think let's make a commitment tonight that in one way or the other, in one model or the other, you will come forward and join hand with us and have wonderful experience in Punjab serve patients, improve hospital facilities, look after management model, improve them, and then let this culture then be shared by other provinces in Pakistan, and let Pakistan stand amongst community of nations with a sense of achievement and dignity. That's what is lacking, and that's what we look forward to. At the end, I would once again like to thank you all, and I will not allow you to further wait for dinner on your table. It will serve you on the table, and Q&A will happen simultaneously while you take your soup and enjoy your meal. You can, of course, fully energized, come up with your difficult and tough questions, and I want to assure you that we will, inshallah, try our best to answer questions in an honest fashion and to the best of our capability. Ladies and gentlemen, just a minute. I would finally make one point, and that is that public-private partnership model is not only fully acceptable, it has now been conceived, it has now been put on the paper, and we will offer you the best sites so that this model kickstarts on a very good note. For example, in Lahore, we have chosen the best sites in the heart of the city. For example, Johor Town. For example, Knowledge Park. But Knowledge Park is different. They will explain you tomorrow when we have a detailed discussion. But what I'm saying is that if you want to come and invest in hospitals as investment for profits, you are most welcome. And I, as the Chief Executive Officer of Punjab, would like to make this solemn pledge with you that I will be personally looking after all these developments, and wherever there is a bureaucratic hurdle, wherever there is a problem, I will ensure along with my team that there is no delay at all and there is no sort of hanky-panky. Everything is on the table, nothing under the table. That I want to give you my word of honor, and there will be no corrupt practices at all, I want to assure you. This is my pledge, this is my commitment. So it's all a very, very uphill task, no doubt. It demands sweat and blood, no doubt. But that's the only option. That's the only way forward. For the sweat and blood will augment our system, our country, and will not drown us, most definitely. In the end, I'd like to thank you all. Thank you very much for your participation. I'm deeply obliged to you. Pakistan Zindabad.
पंजाब हुकूमत की जानिब से लंदन में हेल्थ केयर रोड शो का इनेकाद किया गया। वजीर आला पंजाब मियां शहबाज शरीफ इसे खिताब कर रहे थे। इस खिताब के दौरान उन्होंने बरतानिया में मुकीम पाकिस्तानी डॉक्टर्स और माहिरीन को यह कहा कि पाकिस्तान को उनकी ज़रूरत है, वो पाकिस्तान आएँ और पाकिस्तान में आकर काम करें। इसके साथ साथ उन्होंने इन्वेस्टर्स से भी ये कहा कि वो पाकिस्तान में आकर हेल्थ सेक्टर में इन्वेस्ट करें। मैं तमाम तर रुकावटों के हवाले से खुद यकीन दहानी कराता हूं कि मैं इस तमाम तर डेवलपमेंट को बजाते खुद देखूंगा।